ভারতবর্ষে বর্তমানে নরেন্দ্র মোদীর নেতৃত্বাধীন সরকারের 1 বছর পূর্ণ হলো সম্প্রতি। বিশ্ব অর্থনীতিতে চাইনিজ কারেন্সির 2% ডিভ্যালুয়েশনের কারণে কি ফের মন্দার ছায়া ঘনাবে বিশ্ব অর্থনীতিতে? পর্যদস্ত হতে পারে কি মার্কিন ইকোনমি? কি ভাবছেন ইন্টেরা আইটির কর্ণধার তথা ইন্দো আমেরিকান চেম্বার অফ কমার্সের প্রেসিডেন্ট অশোক লাহা? ক্যালকলিংকে দেওয়া এক একান্ত সাক্ষাৎকারে তিনি বিশ্লেষণ করেন দেশীয় এবং আন্তর্জাতিক অর্থনৈতিক প্রেক্ষাপটের নানান গুরুত্বপূর্ণ দিকগুলি। তিনি বলেন ইন্টেরা আইটির ভবিষ্যৎ পরিকল্পনার কথাও।
Mr. Laha, it's always a pleasure and wonderful experience meeting you. I remember last time we met, that time there was a positive atmosphere all around because the new government had just stepped in. So at this point of time, what would be your views, like how is the scenario like overall in industry and in IT sector in particular?
Okay. Again, it's a pleasure to meet you also. I'm still bullish. I still think there's an extremely positive feeling there. Very positive over the present government. Although spent 1 year, I do believe that they are in the right track. They are still doing something right. Of course, after 1 year, you probably see lots of negative people, skeptic people come in. There will be some people which I call it a nattering nabobs of negativism. They always think bad fault with it. I think the government could have done much more in the making business more entrepreneur friendly. They are doing the right thing, but they could have done much more. But overall, I'm very positive, bullish about it. I'm still very hopeful. The country in the right direction.
What impact would it have on multi-locational companies, particularly IT companies? Do you see any significant impact on them?
I don't think there's a significant impact today, but there is a potential significant impact. It all depends on what the devaluation. Chinese devaluation right now 2%. That's not by itself is a big amount. But if it continues, if they devalue again, and if the perception is that they're going to continually going to devaluate, and if Chinese market suffers, which also means that U.S. exports to China will become more expensive, resulting in a U.S. export to China will be much less, which may have a more impact on the U.S. economy. And that's important. If the U.S. economy slows down, that will be a global impact on the rest of the country, rest of the world. And one way I'm happy that rupee is going down. One way, because we are export-oriented company, so our expenses are going down. So export will be more competitive. That will help to Indian export. But of course, the import will be more expensive. So there is a positive there. There is a plus and minuses there.
So the real danger is if it continues for longer.
Yeah, it will continue for long if they devaluate significantly. 2% devaluation, I don't think it's a big impact. It is a noise. But if they devalue 10% or 15%, and if they continue for a long time, if Chinese market doesn't grow, if Chinese market doesn't grow, then there will be impact on the U.S. export to China. And if that has a significant impact, like for example, Apple exports lots of their cell phones to Chinese market. If that export revenue get affected adversely in a very strong negative way over a period of time, then that will impact on the Apple stocks, and that will have impact on the other business also. So that will have that will impact. As of today, I'm not worried
It's
about.
just saying that historically, whenever there has been some devaluation in China, there is a recurrent thing, one after another, and ultimately there are 2-3 stages of devaluation. So do you foresee that same thing?
No, no, I don't see that. Maybe another one or two, but I don't think it's a big amount. I don't see that. At least, you know, I not pay too much attention to the old history because this is a new world right now. You know, different things are governing this country, this world today. So I'm not too worried about that. But I'll be cautious about it in the sense that if, you know, if China economy stayed bad for a long time, then that may have an impact on the US economy. That I
As
see.
you said, company like yours, which is mostly export oriented, somehow it has been beneficial.
It will, yeah, it will be beneficial because in dollar terms, right now, because rupee is depreciating, dollar is appreciating. You know, it's 65 right now. So my cost structure, I got a, say right now probably it is compared to 60 to 65, I probably 8% cost advantage. You know, so it will be impact on my profit margins. You know, that's the only thing I think of. You know, so that's the impact. Anybody who is exporting it, they'll benefit from the exports.
Otherwise, in terms of jobs and works and contracts, the market is pretty stable.
Market is very stable right now. Market is stable. In fact, U.S. market is booming right now. You know, U.S. market is very bullish. You know, and it will continue for this year, or at least up to the middle of the next year, if not the whole next year. So there's a huge shortage of the. I see that, you know, the housing price in California is going up and up and up. I know there is a shortage in the office space in California, Silicon Valley, I mean, huge shortage office space. And so that gives the indication that there is a bullishness there.
You had also forayed into European market through some collaboration, or maybe you had acquired some company. How is that? I mean, how has been the development on that front?
And that development is going well. We are not acquiring it. We are doing the joint venture, not JV, joint partnership without you can call so-called joint venture, but we do not have equity participation. You know, so it's a mutual trust. They are partner, you know, we are partners. You know, but we didn't invest money to each and every other company to have a financial interest. That may happen in the future, maybe next year. But yeah, we are working well, you know. It takes time it's not immediate, but I expect that by this year or next year we'll see a significant movement going on.
So other than Europe, any other new geographies that you are looking at?
We're looking at the APEC, we look at APEC. We are probably exploring other areas, but it all depends on the, you know, what the opportunities are there. You know, we are not actively looking for market because our marketing expenses are limited. So I think the US market offers lots of opportunities. So from the ROI point of view, it probably makes sense for me to invest money in the US market than the other market at this stage.
APEC market you are looking at?
Yeah, APEC is looking at it.
You follow the same model of having some partnership with some local
Yes,
companies?
yeah. You see, that model is upon business model, it makes sense. You know, they take the risk. You know, so unless they get a business, they will not get anything. I will not get anything. But so the partner has an incentive to get some business because they're going to spend time. They're going to, whether they get a return or when they get a business closed. But of course, that will have a low margins. but that probably better than me investing a sales guy, marketing guy, everything else, and then I have to invest the money up front. Then maybe year or 2 years, year and a half down the line, I'll see the revenue coming in. So I think this model makes sense. Also, this partner, they got a local contacts. They understand local market and everything else. No. So I've seen other people, they do the same thing, and then after maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 years, when they see there's a huge opportunity in the market, then they start their own operations.
You just mentioned that there is a possibility of your European partner eventually putting in some equity in the company.
Yeah, that may happen. That may happen. But I'll not, that's when we talked about, when we talk to each other, we say, yeah, that's a possibility, we may do that. Both of us said, if the relationship, because that makes you closer, So he'll not afraid of it that he'll go to another customer, another client, and I'll not worry about him will go to another client. So that gives a closer relationship.
If that happens, then it will be for the European market only. Or
yeah, probably. Yeah,
maybe
maybe we spin up a different company. We look at it.